Hi, my name's Claire and I'm part of a group called Reimagined Pages, and today we're going to show you how to make the inside of a reclaimed sketchbook using different pages that have been reclaimed and which can then later be made into either a cupboard or just faced with a picture to make your own sketchbooks from scratch from things that would normally have been thrown away. So first I'm going to show you all of the things that you will need to make this book, and really you don't need anything new, and that's kind of the point of it. So anything, scrap paper, magazines, old bits of coloured paper, stuff that's come through the mail, old dividers, old cardboard folders, basically anything that's two-dimensional, and then you can use other things which you can sew into or weave into. I think this is even for hammer beads. You've got like tapestry backing here, so you can do all kinds of things with it. And all of these kind of materials will make up the pages of your sketchbook. Other materials that you will need to put the pages together are a needle and thread. Now we're using a needle that's for leather because it's slightly harder and better at going through multiple layers of paper. So this is the needle and thread. The thread is slightly stronger than normal thread, but if you use normal thread double, it should be fine. Also, it would be good if you made yourself a measure for the pages, where to put the holes in the seam. If you're using A4 pages, which we will be doing, it's roughly 2.62 centimetres apart, and so this is a really handy guide. We're using, to pierce, 2 blocks of wood and an upholstery pin, just basically so that you can puncture the paper, but you don't have to have blocks of wood. You could use cardboard like this. It's basically just something to punch into, and that's all you need. Okay, so the first stage after selecting the material that you want to use, and in this instance I'm using fairly plain materials just to make it easier to see the stitching, is to make what we call signatures, or what are called signatures rather, which are the little booklets, individual booklets that make up the whole sketchbook. So signature is basically a small booklet of papers folded in half, just like that. It's super simple, and then a good base for a signature is between 4 and 5 pages together, and then we will be joining them together along this folded seam. So once you've folded your signature, you need to mark where the holes are going to go for your thread to go through. So this is a pre-prepared ruler that I've made. If you're using A4 paper, the holes will be roughly 2.62 centimetres apart. And it just helps you mark out on the fold of your booklet where your stitching holes are going to be. Okay, so now we can see clearly the spacing of the holes. I'm going to use these 2 blocks of wood, but as I said before, you could use cardboard like this to punch into. And we're using this upholstery pin because it has quite a narrow point, which is good because we don't want to make the holes too big. So basically we're just going to punch a hole through all the pages where we've put the dots. And that's it. Okay, so the first row of stitching is basically just running stitch. So we want to make a big knot at the end so that the sewing thread does not come out of the holes, and we're basically just going to go in and out. So I'll show you that now. So I find it easiest to hold it like this, and then you can see both sides. So you come in from the outside, and then basically you're just running along in just a normal running stitch. Okay, so now we're going to do the second set of stitching, which is basically running stitch, filling in the gaps, the plain gaps in between. So when you've finished, you'll have finished inside because we have an odd number of holes. So you're at the opposite end and you're on the inside. So now you're going to go back through this hole. And then on the other side, you'll come out here and fill in the gaps. So basically it's going to look like just one long thread all the way along. Okay, so once you've got your one long thread look with both rows of stitching, you need to tie a knot because you've finished on the inside again. So you need to tie a knot quite simply just by looping it round so that you can go through to the outside to attach the next signature or booklet starting from the outside as you did with this one. Okay, so now we're going to attach the second signature or booklet to the first one. So again, you start from the outside and I've prepared this one with all the holes. So I'm going to go in to the first hole as I did before and out inside the middle. So that's the first part that's attaching it, but obviously it's not very firm and it will move around. So we're going to do what's called kettle stitch. So we go back out through the next hole. And then what we need to do is go under the right hand side of the first row of stitching here. And then up through the left hand side, so the other side of the hole, and then back through your hole. And that is kettle stitch, and that will securely fasten one to the other. You can see it's much more secure already. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the kettle stitch again. So you need to go down through these stitches on the right hand side of your hole and then up through this on the left hand side of your hole. So you basically created a loop there and then you go back through the hole and it won't come out because of the loop you've created. Okay, so once you've gotten to the end of your second booklet, you'll be on the outside of your signature and you just need to loop it once under this remaining set of stitching here and then you'll be ready to join the next signature on. And you'll notice that you haven't gone back to the beginning, you're starting from the other end. Okay, so we've come out of the second hole and what we're going to try and do is something slightly different. So you're not going under the stitching, you're going through this knot and it doesn't really matter which direction you go. You can go from this side or that side. And basically you go through the knot oops, and pull it and then you go back through your hole. So again, centrally you're going to have one line of stitching because then you'll go through this hole and do the same thing again. And then eventually, this is a little bit clearer because there's no patterning on the paper, you'll end up with almost like a chain stitch effect where you've done that stitching all the way across. Okay, so as you can see, I'm running out of thread here. It's just like any other sewing. You just tie a knot to fasten off the cotton that you're working with, or maybe two if you want to be very, very secure. And then you can just attach another piece of cotton by tying a knot back on and then starting where you left off. Okay, so I'm just going to reattach the thread. So just find a loop and then make a knot. It doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously you can do it as neatly as you like. Got the cord on the end again. It's just the main thing is that it's secure, and I guess it depends whether you're putting a cover on as to how neatly you want to do it, because if this is going to show afterwards, you may want it to be neater. So then I can just carry on with my stitching. So I'm going to go back through that hole. And out again. And then I'll just show you one last time to go under this knot here. So it's almost between the booklets you're looking to go. There's like a little knot that you made in your last row of stitching. So you're going up under there, back in. And then again you'll finish on the outside of the signature. Ready to attach your next booklet. And basically this is how you're joining your signatures together. You'll see you're creating the little chain effect, and you just keep adding new signatures until you've got as many as you like. Okay, so once you've got your signatures sewn together, and this is a set of 3, you'll be able to see the lovely chain stitch effect here, and you're ready to put a cover on if you want to. Although if you're really clever, you can make your signatures so well that the stitching's super neat, and you have a picture on the front, and then you don't need to cover it at all. If you do want to add a cover, you can put ribbons through these stitches here, these long stitches, and that will help you to attach it to a cardboard cover. So basically this is just fur and magazine pictures stuck on with PVA, and then the spine was attached with a hot glue gun, and then the ribbons were attached with a hot glue gun, and it just helps it stay really firmly in place. You'd have to really pull that to get it to come out. Or you can stitch PVA or something softer onto the spine through the signatures themselves. So the world really is your oyster, and we'll leave that up to your own creativity. Have fun and enjoy making sketchbooks.